Hello everyone, we just wanted to send you our year-end update video and kind of our last update video before we go to Banja Luka, Bosnia and Herzegovina in the next couple of days. First and foremost, thank you so much for your financial support, your prayers, and being in relationship with us. Without you in our lives or without your partnership on our team, we wouldn't be able to see what God has done through university students and what God has done on college campuses in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, a little snapshot of what that has been this year is we've been able to see 15 flourishing Bible studies meet every week at the University of Utah, Westminster, and Salt Lake Community College. Each of those Bible studies being led by students wanting to love and serve other students on their campus. We also were able to take 100 of those students with us to our fall conference at Big Canyon Ranch, and another 100 students with us to our chapter camp, our spring break camp on Catalina Island. In addition to those annual camps, we also got to take 30 students with us to a missions conference that InterVarsity hosts every 3 years called Urbana, where students are able to explore what God is calling them into, whether that be vocational ministry or some other vocation like nursing or entrepreneurship or computer science. And it was amazing to watch God call students to take the next step in faith with Him for their future. And finally, probably most excitingly, we were able to see 40 students make either a first-time decision or an adult decision to follow Jesus this year.
So
through those small groups, through those conferences, and through our large group spaces.
Yeah, it was an amazing year. God did great things on these campuses. And if you want to see photos of any of those, it'll be in the link below. Ending this year, we're going to have 35 Bible study leaders, 25 apprentices who will be Bible study leaders, 7 volunteers, and 3 people interning with us in Salt Lake City. We are so excited for what God is going to do next year.
Yeah, so as we look ahead towards summer, we just want to ask, would you be praying for us in our preparations for another school year and for everything going on this summer? So first and foremost, would you be praying for our student leaders and apprentices? They pour out a ton during the school year, and summer can be a hard time, kind of a spiritual lull, as they're not sure the best ways to connect with God away from community, away from structure. So be praying for them that they can have a rich intimacy with Jesus and feel really filled and prepared to lead again this upcoming year. And also be praying for the new students, those we haven't met yet, the incoming freshmen, the transfer students, or older students that we haven't had a chance to connect with yet. Be praying that God would be preparing hearts for whoever it is that we need to meet and interact with this next school year. Just be praying for these students to be ready for another year of school and another year of encountering Jesus.
And finally, in 5 days, will you pray for us as we go on our mission trip to Banja Luka, Bosnia and Herzegovina? Will you pray for our 22 students, 10 of them being from Salt Lake, and our 3 staff? Prepare our hearts so we can share the good news. Pray that gospel conversations come up with the Banja Lukan students. Pray that we can start small groups that will study the Bible and be gospel-centric. And finally, pray that we can see sparks of revival begin to happen.
And if you are interested in supporting everything that God is doing in Salt Lake City and around Utah, there's a couple ways you can support. Always, prayer is the biggest way you can support. So praying for these prayer requests, praying for these students. But you can also support us financially, and there's a couple ways to do that. Currently, our area is working on a project to pay off our Ogden InterVarsity house, and we've actually received a matching grant that will allow every dollar you give to the Ogden House for us to get $1 for ministry in Salt Lake City. So if you're looking for a really easy way to double your support and support what God's doing all over Utah, check out the link below to give to the Ogden House project. Or if you're really interested in what God's going to be doing this summer in Banja Luka, Bosnia, you can also support our whole team, our team of 22 students and 5 staff that are going to be spending 5 weeks in Bosnia. We'll also have a link to our Banja Luka page down below.
Thank you so much for supporting us, praying for us, and being in our lives. Pray for our marriage, pray for our team, and pray that God makes a way to share the gospel, not only in Salt Lake City, but also in Banja Luka. Hey, bye. Love you guys. Bye-bye.